Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope so you all are very well. So today I am going to talk about the chapter pair of linear equation in two variable. So that is a very important chapter because many questions came from this chapter. Okay, so what we are going to talk about today, so we will talk about what is algebraic expression, what is equation, what are the linear equation, and what are the general form of pair of linear equation in two variable. And after that we will discuss how we can solve the graphical representation. If two linear pair of equations are there, how we can represent on the graph, we will discuss today only. And after that we will talk about that what happened when the two pair of linear equations are there, so they are intersecting to each other, they are coincident to each other, or they are parallel to each other. So all these things today we will talk about. Okay, so let's start the things. So I will just start from the first topic, and what is the algebraic expression. What is the algebraic expression? So when we are talking about the algebra, so we all know that in algebra two terms are there. How many terms are there? Two terms. What are the first term? First term is the variable and second term is the constant. Okay, variable and constant. Okay, so when we are going to represent the variable and a constant in the terms of four fundamental arithmetical operation, so that is known as what? Algebraic expression. It means all these things when represent with the four arithmetical operations, like just see here is a 3x plus 5. So what is that? That is an expression. In the expression there is a one variable and there is a constant. Okay, and here is the plus mathematical operation, arithmetical operation is there. So what is the algebraic expression? It means combination of variable and constant with four fundamental arithmetic operation. What are the four fundamental arithmetic operation? That are plus, minus, divide and multiplied. Okay, so that is what? Algebraic expression. We can take another example. Another example is 5x plus 3y maybe plus 5x. Okay, anything you can write there. So that is also algebraic expression. Yeah, after that you can write 8y plus 5x. Okay, so what is that? That is algebraic expression. So you can see the definition of algebraic expression here. Okay, so let's start the next topic. The next topic is what is equation. What is equation? So that is very simple. When we represent the algebraic expression with equal sign. What? When we present algebraic expression with equal sign, so that is called equation. What we call them? We call them, that is the equation. Clear? It means it's a very simple. When we add equal sign in any algebraic expression, so that is called equation. And without equal sign, that is expression. Without equal sign, that is what? That is the expression. Okay, so what is the equation? When we represent any algebraic expression with the equal sign. Okay, if we include the equal sign in any algebraic expression, so we can say that that is a equation. So very basic funda is there for equation. Okay, now come to the linear equation. What is linear equation? So what is linear? Linear, it means the maximum power should be 1. If any equation is there, okay, if I have written 5x plus 3y equal to 0, any equation is written there. Okay, so if their maximum power is 1, you can see here is a variable, its maximum power is 1, y maximum power is 1, so maximum power is 1, then we can say that that is a linear equation. Okay, so that is linear equation. Okay, if here is the two variable, so linear equation in two variable. Okay, if I have written 5x plus 3y plus 4z equal to 0, so linear equation in three variable. Okay, so number of variable can be determined, that is a linear pair of one variable, linear pair of two variable, linear pair of three variable. So I hope the general linear equations you have understood. Okay, linear, it means maximum power should be 1. Okay, the variable maximum power should be 1. If I have written here is the 5x square plus 3x plus 2, that is 0. So what you can say that is a linear pair, linear equation? No, that is not linear equation. Why? Because it's mentioned here power 2. Okay, so that is a what? Quadratic equation. What we call them? That is a quadratic equations. Okay, so all these things is clear. Now we come to the general form of layer of periodic equations. Okay, what are the general form of a pair of a linear equation in two variable? Okay, so the general form of layer of pair of a linear equation, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1, that is equal to 0, and second one a2x plus b2y plus c2, that is equal to 0. So what is that? That is the general form of linear pair of equation. It means linear pair in two variable. Linear pair in two variable. You can see that two variable x and y is here. Okay, and both equations are called what? Linear pair in two variable. Okay, so that is the general form of equations. Okay, so let us start the things how we can represent the given equation on a graph. How we can represent the given equation on a graph. So that is a very simple things. Let us take a one example. So let's we are going to write the one example. Here is the example 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 9, and 4x plus 6y equal to 18. Here is the first equation, here is the two equation. So I have just taken the normal example. It means if two equations are given there, so how we can represent on the graph? How we can represent on the graph? So let's see how we can represent on the graph. So what we need to do? First we need to know about the graph. I think you all are aware about the graph. Okay, so if we are going to draw the graph, so you can see that a graph has a 4 quadrant. Okay, quadrant number first, quadrant number second, quadrant number third, and quadrant number fourth. Okay, so we can say that in the first quadrant plus plus is there. Okay, in second quadrant we can say that minus plus is there. In third quadrant there is a minus minus is there, and in fourth quadrant what is there? Plus and minus is there. Okay, so what is plus and minus? I am just going to tell you that. So we will just write that is the origin. Okay, on the graph you can see that that is the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Similarly 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. I am just drawing. Okay, so if you have a graph paper you can see easily. You can see easily it means how the graph things are there. Okay, so why I am going to draw these things, because I am just going to explain you. Okay, so I think that is clear. Okay, let's start. So just see that 2x plus 3y equal to 9 and 4x plus 6y equal to 18. So we need to plot on a graph. So what we need to do? We need to 2x plus 3y, that is equal to 9. So what we are going to do? We are going to find the value of x in y or the value of y in x. Two ways are there. First, the value of x in y or the value of y in x. Let's see. Let us take value of x in y. So 3y, that is equal to 9 minus 2x. And what is y? Y equal to 9 minus 2x upon 3. That is the basic algebraic operations are there. 3y should be here, 2x transfer to that side, it's become a 9 minus 2x, y equal to 9 minus 2x upon 3. Now what we need to do? We need to draw one box. Okay, in that box we need to write x and y. We need to find out the three values. How many values? Three values. Let's see. If we will talk about if we are going to put the value of y equal to x equal to 1. So 9 minus 2, 7 upon 3, it means we will not found the exact value. Let's do, if we are going to put up the 2 to the 4, no, 3 to the, yes. If we are going to put the value of x is 3. So just check, 3 to the 6, 9 minus 6 equal to 3, 3 upon 3 that is equal to 1. Easy? It means we have to put the value of x in such way we can find the value of y easily. I'm just explaining you very easy. Suppose 9 minus 2 into 3 upon 3. Okay, so 9 minus 6 upon 3. So 3 upon 3, that is equal to 1. So we have easily find the value of y equal to 1. Similarly, you need to find out all the values. Similarly, you need to try to find out the all values. So y equal to 9 minus 2x. Okay, now just take 6 to the 12. If we are going to put the value of x, that is 6. So 6 to the 12, that is minus 3. The value of y should be minus 1. Okay. Similarly, if we are going to talk about the minus 3, okay. So minus 3, it means minus 3 minus 2 plus 6, 9, 6, 15. So that's become a 5. So what is the quadrant? So we can say that is a 3, 1, 6, minus 1 and minus 3, 5. So that is the first equation. What is that? That is the first equation. Let's see how we can plant on a graph. So it's a very simple. Okay, here is a 3 and 1. So that is x-axis and that is y-axis. So we can say that is the x dash, that is y and y dash. Okay, so x, that is the positive term is there, x dash, it means it's negative term, y positive and y negative. So we can easily find the thing. So 3, 1 is there. So 3 is here, 1, 2 and 3, and where is the 1? That one is a 1. So we can draw this way. So what is that? That is a 3, 1. What is that Cartesian? 3 and 1. 6 minus 1. So 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that is minus 1. So you can see here that is a 6 minus 1 from here. Okay, that is a 6 minus 1. Now minus 3, 5. So minus 3 here is that, and where is minus 5? 1, 2, 3 is here, and 3 to 5 we can say here 1, 2, 3 and here you. Okay, so what is that? Minus 3 and 5. So generally that is on board, so I know that is not a exact, but when you will draw on your graph, so it will create a one line like that. Okay, so that line is what? 2x plus 3y equal to 9. So similarly you can make another line also. You can similarly you can find the value of x and y, and after that you can find the quadrant, and after that you can draw on the graph also. Clear? So that's a very easy. Once again I am just telling you that how we can solve. That's a very easy. Take one equation, okay, just try to find the value of x in y or the y in x. I have taken the value of y in x, so 3y equal to 9 minus 2x, y equal to 9 minus 2x upon 3. I am just going to take the value of in x in such way, then we can find the whole number. At least there should not be in decimal. There should not be in decimal. So these are the things. It's a very easy. Just try. If you are getting any problem, just put in your comment box. I will explain one more times for this. Okay. So now next topic we are going to discuss, and next topic that is a very important because many questions came in exam. Okay. So that is the how we can find the given pair of linear equations has a unique solution, has a infinite many solutions, has a no solutions. Okay. So let us take the one more example. 2x plus 3y equal to 9 and 4x plus 6y that is equal to 18. So here is a two equation. Okay, here is a two equation. So let us find the value of a1 and a2. What is the value of a1? a1 value is 2, a2 value is 4. What is b1 value? b1 value is 3, b2 value is 6. What is c1 value is 9 and c2 value is 18. Okay, so how we can find the pair of linear equation has a unique solution, infinite many solution, or a no solution. So let us start. If the first condition is if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. What? a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So we can say that these two lines are intersect to each other. These two lines are intersect to each other and it has a unique solution. It has a unique solution. That is a very simple funda. What? A1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So we can see that two lines intersect to each other and it has a unique solution. And you know, it is a consistent. What is that? That is a consistent. You know, consistent, it means when the two lines are intersect to each other, so that is consistent. If they are not intersecting to each other, so that is not consistent. Clear? So once again I am repeating how we can say that the given line is consistent. When they are intersecting to each other, they have a solution, then we can say that that is a consistent. So first condition clear? a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So we can say that they will intersect to each other and they have a unique solution and they were consistent. They were consistent. Not take another condition. The another condition is what? a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2. Sorry, I am just speaking opposite. All these are equal. What? All these are equal. a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2. So if the equation has come in that way, so we can see that it has an infinite many solution and they all are coincident. Now here is a new word, coincident. Coincident, it means two line are lies on same. It means one line is on of another line. Just see how, suppose we have drawn the one line and another line is same on same path, we can say that. Okay, so that is a coincident. Okay, it means ek ke upar ek. Okay, so that's why we call them coincident line. Okay, and what is the condition? It has infinite many solution. It has infinite many solution. Okay, so infinite many solution when the a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Once again I am telling you that that is the very important, very important. 2 or 3 marks are fixed for that types of the questions. Now third condition, the third condition is what is that? If a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 and is not equal to c1 upon c2. Okay, a1 upon a2 b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2. So we can say that both lines are parallel. Both lines are parallel. Earlier I have drawn on the graph na, so both lines are parallel. If they are going to draw in a graph, on a graph, so we can say that both lines are parallel. It means line A and line B. So that is the condition for 3. Okay, condition 1, they can intersect. Okay, and condition 4, second wala condition, that is coincide, it means same on same line. Okay, if two lines are in same way, so that is a condition number second, that is a condition number first, and that is a condition number third. It means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, then these lines are parallel. Okay, and they have no solution. They have no solution. They have no solution. Clear? So once again, just we repeat. Let's see. I have taken the two equation here. Let's see. That is in first condition, second condition, or third condition. Let's see which condition it's following. So value of 2 upon 4. So we can see here 2 upon 4 equal to 3 upon 6 equal to 9 upon 18. Let's see what is that. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 9 1s are 9, 9 2s are 18. And we can say that 1 upon 2, 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 1 upon 2. It means what? A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. So where it is? It is second condition. So what is the second condition? Second conditions, they are coincident. They are coincident and it has an infinite many of solution and that is also consistent. What is that? That is also consistent. Okay, so consistent, that is, so I think that is clear. Now once again I am going to clear you about few words. You know what is the coincident? When two lines are on same path ना, एक के ऊपर एक जब दो लाइन हो तो we can say that that is a coincident. What is the consistent? Consistent, it means at least they are intersecting to each other. So that is known as consistent. So that is a consistent? No. Why that is not consistent? Because both lines are not intersecting to each other. So for the consistent, which things is required? The lines should be intersect to each other. Okay. So dear students, I will just provide you some homework related to these chapters. Okay. So why these are the very important topic earlier we have discussed. So just do the revision related to this chapter. So I am just going to give you the homework. Okay. And just try to solve these questions at your home. Okay. And if you are facing any problem, and if any things you want to ask me, you can put in your comment box. I will come up with your solution. Okay. So dear students, this is your homework. All these questions you should just try to solve. Okay. So obviously we will meet in the next class. Thank you and Jai Hind.